Chapter 9. Saudi Arabia, Desert Region. Saudi Arabia, location and land. Saudi Arabia lies in the western part of the Asian continent at the junction of the European, Asian, and African continents. It is a vast country and is the largest country in West Asia. It occupies three-fourths of the Arabian Peninsula. It is surrounded by Jordan, Iraq and Kuwait in the north, Persian Gulf, Bahrain and United Arab Emirates, UAE, on the east, Arabian Sea, Oman and Yemen in the south and Red Sea on the west. Saudi Arabia is a high rocky plateau covered by a vast desert. The desert regions have small hills of sand called sand dunes. Strong winds and dust storms blow dry sand and shift these sand dunes from one place to another. Al Nafud in the north and Rub al Khali in the south are vast stretches of sand. There are no permanent rivers in this desert. As such, there is a lack of water. Water is found in small patches called oases. Climate and vegetation. Saudi Arabia has a hot and dry climate with very little rainfall. Most of the country is a desert with no lakes or rivers. Very little rainfall occurs in the region. The days are very hot and nights are cool in summer. In winter, days are cool and nights are very cold. Dust storms are a common feature of this desert. The sky becomes hazy. Generally, deserts are dry, barren lands with very less vegetation. Only plants which can withstand hot and dry conditions can grow here. Most desert plants have long roots which can use subsoil water. These plants have thorns instead of leaves. Cactuses, cacti, are the common plants in the desert. Bushes and shrubs also grow here. Trees are rare. The vegetation here is scattered and consists of hard grasses, cacti, thorny bushes and shrubs. Date palms are grown in and around small lakes where underground water is available and the soil is fertile. Such areas are called oases. Crops like wheat, barley, vegetables, etc. are grown here. Permanent settlements are also found near an oasis. Animal life. Animals that live in a desert have adaptations to cope with lack of water, extreme temperatures and shortage of food. Animals includes wolves, hyenas, baboons, sand rats and hares. Birds include vultures, hawks, eagles and falcons. Various poisonous snakes and lizards are found in the desert. Arabian horses are known for their swiftness and sturdiness. Camel is the most useful animal of the desert. It can survive in the desert for many days without water. Its feet are adapted to walk on sand. Therefore, it is called the ship of the desert. It is especially used for traveling and for carrying loads. Sheep and goats are reared for meat and milk. People and their life. There are many people who live in the rich cities of the country. Many live in the villages too. Villagers live a simple life. Besides the townsfolk and the villagers, there are nomads who rear sheep, goats, camels, and horses. They are called Bedouins. These people constantly move from one place to another in search of pastures for their animals. They live in tents made of camel skins. They travel in long rows of camels called caravans. The Bedouins have to protect themselves from the blazing sun, stormy winds, and chilly nights. So they cover most of their body with long, loose-fitting cloaks. They cover their head and face with piece of cloth. Women wear burqas. The Bedouins rear and live by breeding camels. Camel gives them milk and butter, hair and hides for making clothes, tents and rugs. The Bedouins exchange their goods like lambs, sheep, goats, cheese, wool, carpets, etc. with dates, food grains and other things. The Bedouins live a very hard and harsh life. Yet, they are polite. Life of the people of Saudi Arabia has undergone a tremendous change since the discovery of petroleum in this region. Petroleum is in great demand all over the world. The money earned from petroleum is used to improve the standard of living. Most people now live in cities which have all the modern facilities. Many cities have modern industries like cement, petrochemicals, steel, fertilizer, and food products. The people of the city lead a luxurious life. They wear European dresses. Most of them are literate. They can read and write. They work as traders, workers, and executives in factories. They speak Arabic and follow Islam. Transport and cities. Saudi Arabia has expanded its transport network. Cities are connected by a good road system. The main ports are Dammam and Jubail on the Persian Gulf and Jeddah, Yamba and Tizan on the Red Sea. Riyadh is connected by rail and road with the ports on the Persian Gulf. Saudi Arabian Airlines provide domestic and international air services. Jeddah, Tehran, and Riyadh are the major airports. Makkah is the greatest center of pilgrimage for the Muslims. Medina is another important religious center. Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, is a modern town with skyscrapers, parks, markets, hospitals, and educational centers, etc. A large number of Indians are also working and trading in Saudi Arabia.